Hello and welcome back. Right, I did always say I'd show you everything. I've just been walking around with the helper name, helper admin thing, and it was totally boring. So I have, well, not lied. I don't like, that's a bit strong, but you know what I mean. I have literally done that. Right, it is the day of harvest, so I do apologise, but I don't think anybody really would want to watch that. So yeah, there are always addendums to everything you say. This is going to be, this is so tight to get in here, so I'm going to be really careful. But yeah, sometimes technically I've got to do things in a different way than you sort of always planned and said. Yeah, if I'm walking around with something like that to try to get to mastery of it, then yes. Right, let's get cracking on this harvest. Yes, this wood. Now then, I have found, now then, let's just think about this. This would say, the best way to attack this is from this end. And I can't remember if I've actually done the harvest on this. Let's have a look. Let's see if we have. Still got time. So I did that to slow time down, so I didn't want to waste any time for the harvest. Right. So then, field 4. Let's see, did we do... I don't think we did on field 4. No, we didn't. Okay, so then we need to be saving these courses. Right, we want to grab the top line there. Create job. Field 4. Let's zoom in because this is a little bit way out because this map is so large. 4. Target position. Pretty much where we are now. I don't think we're on the field. But as long as we do this, that's all that really matters. 3 headlands, only 1 tool, 9.7 feet. Do a 10% overlap just for the extra. Field margin's perfect. Generate the course. That looks good to me. We've already got, we should have. Let's just check while we're here. Only turn on the field. Open HUD with mouse. Right. Yeah, that's not working. It wasn't. Self unload, always above the button is activated. Straw cloth. Everything is brilliant. That is excellent. That's exactly where we want it. So, of course it's activated. Now we should be able to go to this. Open the mini HUD. Say first waypoint and literally hit higher. Close the HUD. And now we need to go let's grab the case. Oh, I used to do that and forget to swap screens. Right. Right, we need the Rush, which has already got. Okay. Let's grab the one with it already on then. Stick this in the very first bit. So the start point was right down there, halfway the field. Well, okay. We can work with that. Now the baler. Now we need to save this course. So let's click back on. Oh, it's not remembered my names. Now this. I literally did this. You can't have workers active whilst you muck around with the admin. Now it opened the very first bit as soon as I'd done something and saved it. Did I save the settings? No, I didn't. It disappeared. The HUD disappeared and would not reopen. So I know how to pull it up, but it's been only about 3 days since it was released. So yeah, it's not perfect. So it's field 4. Save course. Activate field 4. Harvest. Yeah, I need to be a bit more precise on that. 5.1 meter header. Right, smashing. Okay, so with us doing that, and man 4 is the actual active man. It is possible for us. I'm not going to do it now. I would say this. This is the one thing I am going to say. I did mention this in my Let's Play yesterday, in one of my Calmsdons, that sometimes you mean well and efficient. You want to like literally put, I don't know if we'll bother with a windrower. Imagine we, actually that is a point. It is. Right, let's grab that. That's just reminded me. Pena's store deliveries got reset by some Wally. We need to go up to the store and grab our windrower. I think we want to. We may as well use it. It's a lovely size one. It really is. So let's send. Yeah, I will sort the names out on this, but I say it is very, very early days, and I think it is a bit glitchy. I'm hoping it's not that particular mod that's actually caused mayhem over the last couple of days. So, oh no, oh, why do you? Please don't tell me you're going the long way. Okay, you are going the long way. Okay. Yeah, you can't alter the names. It said while they were any active. There weren't any active. I literally clicked on the settings that had been got. I even created a second set of settings to pull it up, and when you click on it, it doesn't do anything. So yeah, it's weird. It's very finicky. Something's not quite right with it at the minute. So I did rename them, but I don't think I hit save. So right, what can we do? We could, do you know, we could be really clever. We could actually just bail anyway, with just us, little old us, without any kind of interaction from any alien piece of software or scripting at all. We could just do this the old-fashioned way, while we are not wasting any time. I don't mind using these tools. I'm all for using Courseplay. Now I have looked at multiple tools that Scroft did, and it was very, very useful. Now I did it yesterday, and I actually did do it right, which quite pleased me that I did do it correctly in the second attempt that I made. So, which did chuff me. It was not that difficult. It is obviously. Courseplay is not the finished product, but nevertheless, he used it to very good effect, especially on fields like this. So, I've got to be careful. So I have got. Yeah, ooh, I am damaging. That's alright. Now we need to turn. Now let's see if I can remember to switch auto on without me interacting. I think I pressed it. I think. We shall see. So 5-ton bales. Ah, of course, yes, it's a round baler. I think that's set. Yeah, let's turn off the baler. It might be that you can't do anything once the baler's on. Nope. Can't see anything about size, so I would say we are what we are. Wow, short work of that field, the harvester. Cracking job. Now then, have I seen... No, Sarah has still got a long way to go. Yeah, changed all the names. I thought it was being quite clever. Well, no, not clever. I named them all after Star Wars characters, which to me was, yeah. No, I did start off, was going to go Star Trek for captains, and then I thought James T and Jean-Luc. I thought, I mean, I could go for sub-characters, I suppose, but then I thought, well, Star Wars. Oh, it did work. I'm chattering along, and it did actually work. I remembered the right one. Go me. It's a nice change to actually do something correct. Right. 72%, so this should be emptying soon. So ready. Ooh. Now then, yes, we need to... I was forgetting. It's the only thing, and this is what I was actually saying, sometimes in your urge to try to be, and I'm a terror for wanting to be efficient, is one of my... But sometimes efficiency isn't as efficient if you are impatient, which, yeah, I'm rolling bales on the course. I'm going to need to be a bit more careful about where I drop them. And actually, auto drop doesn't want to be on. I want manual drop. Right, so I've just think I've switched that off. Think we should see. We'll go back to the good old-fashioned way. Me dropping these off so as I don't cause mayhem to the harvester. And he shouldn't be. Yay, that worked nicely. Smash it. Right, Sarah has completed her task, and so we shall grab our beautiful implement that we bought last session. I do love this. I like this because it is of all of them. It's big, it opens up, but it's not that big. Its profile is quite small, and then it opens up. And I do like that. It is, I think it's the third largest. Right, let's repair it. I do like this one. And yet it's still large. It's only marginally smaller than the massive ones. It's like the Swadro. Let's repair everything while we're here. Yeah, I'm loving the Ragman. I think it's 241. I can't remember his. I think that's right, but I'm probably wrong. But it is Ragman, who's making some cracking mods. Actually, very, very well chuffed with the paint and wear settings. Is absolutely amazing. Definitely my hero. That is the one thing on my wish list when I was saying early on about it was a bit nippy. Yeah, it was that was my what I'd love it if a modder did that, and absolutely no, and I'm not saying they did it because I said it. It was obvious that we needed such a thing, and Ragman did it. So yes, absolutely, hero of the day has come in, and I thank Ragman very much indeed. Oh, come on, seriously. Now, why you don't normally bulk that? Okay, let's stick you on our little road. Okay, let's just do this the old-fashioned way then. It is fast enough, it's not that far. Right, okay, so we need to empty the harvest. Now, why are you on the right-hand side? I was going to say, you shouldn't be doing that, car. That's why it was saying it couldn't do it. It knew the road was blocked, so you see, sometimes there's a very good reason. The AI knows things that's going on the roads that shouldn't be, I might add. We don't know. Right. So, if that is the case, if it was down to somebody being on the wrong, that should now work. You see? Ooh, no, yeah, absolutely. Let's grab this top liner and see. Why did the top liner struggle? What have you crashed into? Man 4. I'm going to jump into that because something's not right. Can't get into it. It's like... Oh, it's working. Oh, it must have been the E. Right, that's fine. Okay, let's get this sorted. Yeah, now they are very verbose, the workers. Yeah, they do often say things like that, but obviously whatever it was, probably a bale that somebody left on the field. Yes, I would imagine it was probably that, or it could have bumped into the trailer. Either or. Right, so manual drop is now activated, and I managed to remember that configuration for a change. For those rare days when my let's stick these together to make our job nice and easy. Excellent, Sarah is back. We're not going to use this on this field, obviously not now with me doing this, but yeah, next time we will. Let Andy finish this field, which is not going to be far off. We shall, yeah, in fact, yeah, we could actually use the same course for the doing this, but yeah, ooh, I'm right his way. I really am. Bit messy, Mr. Smith, a bit messy. I do believe that is field. Our first field done. Now that is what I call quick work. Definitely. Courseplay at its best. Plain simple, no faffing around. Straight do the job and empty yourself. All we need to do is just clean those bits up at the end if I'm bothered. Because as we all know, they'll probably get 20 litres. That technically is, yeah. Do we bother about it? Oh, will you stop folding the harvester up, workers? That's a bit too efficient. Let's see how much we do get from four corners. Is it worth it? Is it worth our time? I may time-lapse doing the other three fields. This is one field that's been watched from start to finish, and we did have to go and fetch the thing from the shop, so yeah, that was... But I think what we're going to do is literally harvest this in super duper mode. Now I would like to just harvest and sit in the harvester. It's pretty boring for me, but if you're going to do this, this is what I was going to do that last time. And then I started to chop the trees down, and the entire session was spent pretty much watching me chop trees and hop in and out of tractors. So yes, I'd like to make this super boring for me, but actually just have this about the harvest. If I'm honest, and just time-lapse it. That's what I'd like to do, so I think that's where we're going to go with this. I have to do that at least once. That's the only... I've got to get to the bottom of why on Hobos Hollow my things switch off the second I drop out. I've checked my settings and they are global. I don't understand why they're doing it, but yeah, don't know whether it's the map. But it's only this. Everything else, all my other maps are behaving as they ever did. When I leave my vehicle, it stays on, which is exactly what I want. 68 litres. Was that worth it or not, is the question. The only thing is, if we're going to do just the harvest, we're going to have to leave the windrowings till next session and the baling, so that is not the end of the world. We can do that, or should I say, we could do that later. Right, so then, if that is the case, what we're going to do, we are going to have to shift the trailer, obviously, at points, which is going to, yeah, spoil it somewhat. So, being as that is the case, let us, yeah, we need to manually cut a little tiny bit in this field, just so as I can start course point off, and then we'll go grab. Brilliant. I should drop this on the edge of the second field. No, we will drop it here. Actually, we'll manually do this though, but it is still worth doing. Let's go grab that. We should set the harvester going. Now then, which have we got in that? 9 tons from this little field. Right, let's be clever. Yeah, let's empty this. Truly. Left hand side. I do love that tip side indicator. It's a fantastic little mod that absolutely just sits there and assists you. Makes your life so nice and easy. Now then, we want to empty at some point whenever the rice feels like. Finally. Hello. No, come on. Now, I have got you indicated. You are on the left side, and unless I'm mistaken, I'm fairly close. Oh my life. This wanders. It's terrible. It's the only thing that I found that I don't like about the rice. It's just that it literally wanders. 1 minute it's one place, then another minute it's somewhere else. Which is a bit disconcerting. I always think that it's one thing that we all need from all of our tools is a bit of like stability. Right, let's set the harvester going, and then we shall stick this in. Right, so then field number 3, course play, create job. Field 3. Now we seem to be zoomed out again. Target position exactly where we are. Open the hordes. Number of headlands 3. 1 tool work with clockwise is correct. And generate. Close and start. Now we want to save 3. Activate 3, 5.1 meter header. Now he looks like he's not going. Because he had a passenger. Weird, very weird. They do not like it when you're inside the harvester. I'm going to have to get into the habit of doing that without being from off the screen, I think. You only have to click on it. Right. Oh, so the start point is on the other side. Oh, that is a point. Weather. No, we are looking good. We are. Right, let's go around and find out where the start point is for that. And we shall stick this in the very first header and we will leave it alone. Then we're going to just literally sit in the harvester. And we shall just have a good old look. Then, yeah, we should do this the proper way. Let's not reverse onto a main road, which may not be illegal in the United States, but is in the good old UK. Even though I think every single driver has to break that rule at some point, because some people live on a main road and their drive, it means they have to go Now then, that should be... yeah, that should be fine. It's not that when they go out to the headland, that should be spot on. Right, let's grab the harvester then, and we shall just enjoy the view. So, I am going to say my words. I'm going to see you guys and gals on the other side. is pretty much it. It's just the clean up to do. Just, I think there's 2 corners over there. A little should be from that. I'm quite chuffed. We'll wait until we pour this into the silo to see what the final count is. Our first scientific test of oats. I think I've done my header size wrong. I'm not sure it's a 5.1 on this. It could be a 6. I'm gonna need to look at this. Might be right. I don't know. I just got it in my head. It was a 5.1, but now I'm not so sure. Might be right. Look in a minute. Smashing 24 litres. Do you always wonder, I always do wonder whether I should just leave things like that, whether the 2 minutes is worth the 24 litres. Always debate. It does come a certain trade-off between wasted effort for very little gain. But I suppose if you're doing a scientific test, it needs to be accurate. Right, smash in. Let's turn that off. Let's fill up the header, let's be good. Let's refuel, clean and repair this ready for next year. Repair, I don't know that that'll even let me repair it with only being 3% damaged, truthfully. So yeah, another harvest done. Fantastic. That is what I call mucky. Look at the paintwork as well, seriously. Definitely seen better days. Definitely. Well, that's actually not what that is, just the paintwork that's gone. Just take quite a while for it to get absolutely clean. Doesn't look bad to me, that silver. Right. Okie dokie. Do wish this should stop stopping and starting every time you get out. I will keep saying it. Mind you, I have looked. I just don't get what the setting is. Whether it's a Hobos Hollow thing or whether it just is just a me thing. Oh, it will let me repair. Right, this time, let's fill this up. We could be sensible actually and stick this where it really should be, and that's in the middle of there. Is our biggest vehicle, but in the drive-through section makes sense. Fantastic. Let's get it over as far as possible, though we don't want to be wasting any room. Oh, I hate that, the camera thing. Camera collision. That's not bad, it isn't. I've still got plenty of room in there, but that is the biggest thing unless we get a lorry at some point. for us to do that. Right, let's grab the harvest in. And then I reckon it's time to windrow. In fact, yeah, let's get the windrower going. It's yeah, let's drop this off. Yeah. This is going to be manual though, it really is. No point in doing a half-done course. Yeah, I love how that expands from being tiny to being quite large. Amazing. Such a small footprint. Right, let's get this finished. Nice and tidy, and get it all baled up, and then we should literally set the courseplay going on the next fields. But yeah, we'll finish this one manually, then we'll get courseplay going on that one, and we should start. So we'll get the harvest in, stick that in the silo, have a look what we did, and crack on with any other work we need to do. To be honest though, the harvest, I'm thinking next session is going to be mulching and all the rest of it. I'm not thinking of doing that this session. That would be monstrous. It's already been quite a long session, if I'm honest. Yeah, can't quite do that. That's where the Swadro would come in. That kind of, you can sort of monstrously grab things with its 9 meters that, yeah, other things cannot. It is a monster, a fantastic monster, I might add. It's just a bit out of my reach. I can grab those two. That is something I can do. Just, I think, just about. Smash in. Last one. Do look at the very small profile when it's finished. It's amazing. Looks like a really tiny one. Right, let's get these bales done. And this time we do want to stick. Whoa, I always do that. Terror. Sorry, that's my alarm going off. Right, let's go in a little. I feel like a tiny little ant again. Don't need to be that small. Should have auto drop on. Should. So I'm doing it right this time. Yay. Fantastic. Yes, our first straw. In fact, this is our first baling. We'll stop. Yes, we should do the mulching, the fertilising, all that type of stuff next time. That'll be a session in itself for your preparation for next harvest, for seeding, you know what I mean. It is really technically for next harvest, but yeah, preparation, field prep, all those little jobs. Oh, that's a big lump. got a decent pickup, this has. Very impressed with this pickup. Yeah, it's literally the entire width of that. It is probably one of the widest pickups. They've all got their advantages and disadvantages, but this is definitely, pickup is its number one thing. Yeah, you don't... Let's be thorough to an extent. Again, this is that trade-off between efficiency and wasting time. Yeah, there is always that thought, wasting 15 minutes of your time getting every last little iota of product off the field. Is it worth the effort? After all said and done, once you start to field prep it, those last little grains are all good fertiliser in the field. Nevertheless, everyone is entitled to their opinion. There is no right or wrong answer. Well, there are just some things, but certainly not that one. Fantastic. The job is a good one. Right, let's get the windrow underway now. Oh, still a few little bits and bobs of wood. I think that's actually a tree that I cut after I'd sorted that out, in my defence. Right, windrow, let's set the windrow now. And record the windrow course for field 3. Wood. Where did we get off there? Quite a few. Ten I can see. There is an easier way to do this. 11. Not only easy, but also more accurate. Right, okay then. Let's start on this leftmost edge. Let's grab course play. And create job. Course play, yeah, correct field. Open generator. Yes, that is correct. It's got the right footage. That's the only thing I'm not... I love the... Been using the... Oh, which one is it? Not the twist. It's the same as Samaz. Yeah, the 8.4 meter, but it never remembers... Oh, hang on, is it the... Yeah, it is. It never remembers the footage for that, ever. Headlands 4. Yeah, that'll do. Smashing. Start, and then we shall save the course. It doesn't like it because I'm in. Right. Oh no, it's yeah, he's doing it. 3. 12.5 meter wind. Lovely. Right, while they're busy, we are going to take the harvesting and we're going to see what we actually finally got. And now I think we'll probably set the baler going immediately afterwards. Or no, I keep saying that. Let's not keep making the same mistakes over and over again. Sometimes efficiency is inefficiency when accidents happen through that. So we've got 3 fields to do. Well, 2 now, we'll do 1. But yeah, it would be a nice place to start, would be to have got all the straw in as well. I'm not baling, as in moving the bale, so not today. Or shall I? Is that a good idea to move them off the field so that we can actually... By myself, how do I... lovely. That looks like he's supposed to be a bit further out then. Perhaps my mistake is I'm going too close, trying to be good, but actually being bad. Right, now then, how much have we got? That is the question. 44 tons in comparison to 64. So 2/3 of what sorghum gave us. Oats is worth a little bit more, and then of course we've got straw. Right, we don't need that now, do we? Let's put that through. I think we may put the front loader on, if I'm honest. That's not... I think we're going to shift the bales off the... Right, let's put that way down. We want the big one. Let's just stick that in there. Let's grab the front loader. Oh, nearly not that. Remember, I don't think we've got a veil spike, have we? Oh, yes, I think we have. I'm sure we have. Let me have a look. Let's have a look in the garage. Truthfully. No, we haven't, just the buckets. Ooh, okay, right. First things first, I'm going to set the delivery point for the shop there in the middle of the yard, so we hopefully shan't. So we're going to give the shop a ring now. Now we're using round bales, so to maximise, there's a beautiful one that's not very expensive. Oh no, actually no, this is a perfect opportunity. Yes, this has got... Now I know it's for big bags, I know that, and it is quite expensive, obviously. I think we're going to lease it first to see how effective it is, if I'm honest. I do. Trouble is, leasing's wasted money, and it's probably something I'm going to need it anyway for wood. I did say that. I've seen this in action. Shame. Front loader. Yeah, we do want front loader. What colour we don't want. We're going to go for New Holland. Makes sense, doesn't it? Really. And 8,200. Buy. Yes. Okay. And then we're going to see how effective this is with bales. I've seen what it's like with wood. I'm not sure whether this is going to work or whether it's going to be a total blowout. Because this is obviously, I do always promise I'm going to show everything. Which there are advantages and disadvantages to such an approach. This being one of the disadvantages, it could be an unmitigated disaster. It will be useful for the wood though, so I'm quite happy that we've done this, but yeah, I'm not sure how this is going to work out for these. Maybe the absolutely worst thing, in which case we shall switch to... This is still going to be useful, that's what I mean. I'm not... No, then. Oh, nowhere near it, Mr. Smith. Gonna have to do better than that. Yeah, that'll work. Yeah, no, that is a point. Will it work with... There's going to be knacks that we learn over time. I'm not expecting to build Rome in one day. Definitely not. Can we grab two at once? We can. Now, I know we can probably do more than two. We could probably do a lot more, but I'm not going to overload this. We have also only got a smallish weight on the back, so this is more, we can do it and it's good. I do love these. I truly miss the big bag handler from the fantastic. Philippus completed their task. Right, let's set them on the last field, on field 2. Yeah, that was around and round, wasn't it? Doesn't matter, we'll tidy up the baling. Right, let's set the field 2 going, and then we'll set the baler going. Let's help the work a little bit, Michael. Mind you, it's weird, it often shuts it down. You think you're being helpful, but you're actually not. Right, so then, create job, field 2, target, pretty much where I am. Generator 4, no field margin, generate, open, start. Yeah, it's shutting them. You just can't help some people. Fields 2, 12.5 meter wind. Right, I don't know. Seriously, Mr. Worker, I'm going to leave you to it. You'll probably bump into a car. All that effort, no, but you're perfectly in a good place. Just can't help some people. Ah, that's probably the one I couldn't see. That one that's over there. Yes, I must admit the big bag handler, not this from the CSO pack, was one of my absolute favourites. It really was an absolute favourite of mine. It really was. I'm repeating myself now, it's sounding silly. Yes, it was though. I must admit, I've seriously missed it. There are some fantastic mods coming through. I just wish the game was a bit more stable. I'm having so many crashes, and I know sometimes I was debating. There is a certain element to this that's mine. I am a terror for going in the mod hub and on the day of release grabbing a mod out. Well, most of them will have errors at the beginning, a bit like the. I do love the naming one. I've always wanted that, so I rushed out there and I got that and yeah, put it on, and that's not working properly. It is doing weird things. The HUD doesn't always pull up, so yeah, you sometimes got to think there are consequences. Instability from mods can be the problem. Is me sort of saying no giants, and I have got a certain point. I'm not completely wrong, but then also. Giants themselves have always said about disclaimers about using other people's things. Obviously we know we're using mods, and if we choose to do so on the day of release of a mod, then really that is down to us, and we could be bringing in a world of pain to ourselves just through our own efforts. I am loving this though, this is amazing. But yes, I think I've got to, because I create content, I reckon I've got to be a little bit more sensible and not quite so quick to grab a new mod. I think we should leave it a week or two as a golden rule before grabbing it. Of course there will be exceptions, there always are. You know, there's going to be something that you absolutely love that you think, I cannot wait for this. And so yeah, I mean, I'm not being silly. Right, okay, so we'll set him going. Yeah, we'll be the field grabber. Let's go and see how Lisa is doing. Now please, are you flip-flop lady or are you trainer lady? Flip-flop lady, otherwise known as Lisa. I don't know if the helper names one actually keeps the same person for the same person, if you know what I mean, or whether Lisa will be somebody else next time. That is the real, because that really does make sense. The same worker is the same worker. Just as if realistically we were having our own special team of named workers, because you would hire the same people in the local area, wouldn't you? I mean, let's be honest, you probably would be hiring them full time if if your farm was big enough, or at least one of them. I suppose that's the only thing. Realism, people talk of realism, it is still a game. There are certain things that are not quite right. That it would be one of them. Is there anything I could be doing? No, so I'm going to need both. This is showing one shortfall, and that is a point. What is on sale today? We are going to need... yeah, I do remember it. Yeah, we are looking for a third tractor. I always said a 3-tractor team was a good idea. We could buy mods, or we could just keep our eye open in the sales, and hopefully one. Of course, we've needed the money in the bank. We have had the opportunity for some tractors, and not had the money at the time, and not wanted to take a loan out. There are some really good... I suppose actually there's the little John Deere. It wouldn't be one that I would use. It's just for like jobs around the farm, and to be honest, although we're using the New Holland presently, trouble is I've just done the colours for that. Oh, is that the end of the world to change the colours on a front loader? I don't really think so. Yes, we could go for the John Deere and use the existing front loader and change the colours on the tools and use that as our main fork truck for how much it is. And also, with it being America, we could go for the windowless option, which is the 15 grand one. It's 100 horsepower, ideal for doing little jobs around the yards, a yard tractor. It's not one for running up to the shop. That would be... that's a point. That is a point. Ha ha ha. Yes, I know what I'm doing. Yeah, I always forget how big these fields are. Right, let's go grab that. Right, we are going to need to drop the weight off. Right, yeah, that's... going to see how many we need to do. I think this may work, but I'm really not sure. Now then, how can we knock those so that we can put the... there's a way. Be a way. Just need to know the knack. Maybe. Can I? No. No matter what you do or how you tilt the angle on that, it's always going to... yeah. So there's no knack with this one of tipping it the other way, which there was with the other one. Always advantages and disadvantages. It's not the end of the world. Right. You've got to work with the advantages and disadvantages of any tool. Right, where is the truck? Where did I put it in my discuss last time I used it? Let's see if putting some weight in the back is going to make it so that it doesn't collapse. We can make this. I don't mind having... oh, I don't mind buying a weight, but I just thought bales. We knew we'd have some bales soon. So, a little bit higher. I'm not sure if we'll get... okay, it's... yeah. I have to sort of... that surprises me. I can't quite lift it high. Oh, yes I can. Yes. We will, I'm quite sure, discover some quite good foibles to this tool. Ooh, is that top one going to roll off? That is the question. Ooh. We'll try it with 2. If not, I think we can just about fit 4 in. Okay, so the true test would be put something like the tractor on it. So that's, I mean, that is a heavy. That is. If it can manage that, that would be a coup. Might need to put 2 more in, but this, it would be. I really would like to use this as our main ferry. Otherwise, it really has got very little purpose on the farm, if I'm honest. It really is a shame. I mean, weight distribution. is something. But we can't just do that. Oh, no, wrong one. Now that is a successful test. Now it's not perfect. I think 2 more in the back would be perfect, but if it can carry something like that, if we can run it up to, then I don't mind not using store deliveries. I really don't. I'm only using store deliveries because it is, the AI workers take such a long time to actually go. That is amazing. Fantastic. Right, let's get 2 more bales. They will be our permanent fixture in that. We've got plenty of them. It's not like we can't spare 4 bales. Could do with it. I don't know if there were any more flat ones like that. Oh, I do love it when a plan comes together. I mean, it's not, we're not going to like use it as a truck, but just for ferrying stuff up and down to the shop. It would be nice to get some use out of it. Have we got any more bales on flat? I don't think we have. Central. Oh, this must be a weight thing. I can't quite got that right. Not sure that's going to work as I planned. I don't think so. Hey ho. This is where a traditional bale spike, which we will need as well. This is not a, you can't use one tool to do everything. It never works out like that. Everything's got advantages and disadvantages. Truthfully, should they be able to get another? Ooh. Okay, now that will help us out somewhat. So I don't disturb it if... Oh! Okay. Was unforeseen. Oh. Of course I would grab these straps, wouldn't I? Right. Oh, now then. No, that's actually got rid of the straps. I was going to say, I never heard the click. Ooh. Now, why are you grabbing the entire truck? That is unforeseen. Why would you do that? Yes, that is lifting the truck. Okay. Well, physics aren't perfect in this game. In fact, physics are physics. Full stop. Right, okay then. Let's grab that one and stick that on top of the other one. Might just go for 3. I think that will be enough anyway, if I'm honest. Let's face it, that's 15 tons of ballast. I'm not sure that the truck would really cope well with that. So yeah, I think 20 tons would be a little excessive. Right. Now, yeah, I would imagine that's Yeah, it does look as I would think it would be. The springs would probably be at their limit, so it may have been better with two, but we shall see. That's really going to seriously help us anyway for what we want to do. It really is. I'm glad that worked. We shall see in practice how much it works, but this is a fairly hefty. This is tons. 9.4 total tons. That is as is. So right, let's set this going. Yeah, I'm wondering whether the John Deere, the little John Deere, would do well. Okay, let's get that. Let's not ignore all this skittering wood as well. Let's just shift that out of the way. Let's put it with that other wood over here. This was my main reason for getting this. I did think this would be very useful for gathering wood. Gathering quite a lot at once. I'm still wondering whether to use a traditional trailer for sticking the wood in. But no, there is that cheap one. I'm being silly actually. Right, did the windrower... Yeah, windrower did finish and I missed the message. Excellent. Okay. Right, we should get the baler going and we should grab... I would like to... I'm not sure. I think I'll leave field 2 till next time. We'll set the baler going on that. It's been a long session, so I'm going to do field 3 now, and then we're going to leave that, and then I do think we will definitely though buy the John Deere, the little John Deere. I reckon that's going to be very useful. Now this is 160 horses I think for this one, this baler, so we could manage with but we're going to need this for moving bales, so yeah, I'm not going to work around with that. We should use this. Yeah, and we'll buy the John Deere, the little 15 grand one. Not sure whether to do 2 front. No, we really don't need 2 front loaders. That's an absolute overkill. Right, so then we need to load. We need to clear current course. Load field 2. 12.5 windrower. Load. Activate. And then if we just now use the mini hood, nearest waypoint first, hire a worker, go, see if that's working. It should be. Maybe some cleanup. That's not looking perfect. That's not quite. Right. Let's not micromanage. Let's grab that. In fact, yeah, let's do what we just said. Now that's bizarre. This is exactly the same course where it did a really weird thing, the harvester, where it actually missed an entire row for no reason. It was just like that part of the field was dodgy in its eyes. And this is doing the same thing. It's disobeying the first waypoint. Oh, actually, is it? No, isn't the first waypoint over that side? Oh, idiot. No. Plonker in control. I just loaded course 2. You wally. Oh, I don't know. Do you know, sometimes clear current course. It's field 3, 12.5 windrower. Let's load the right course before actually calling course play. Right, Dell. First waypoint higher. Might actually do as you say if you actually do the right thing. Right, let's grab the John Deere. Let's see, let's go over there and see. We'll see it arrive, see it delivered by the shop. For those. Right, let's have a look. So, little John Deere. Shall I go for the Fendt GT? It is slightly dearer. I'm trying to save money presently. It is a good tractor though, it really is. And excellent for a lot of tasks. So do we bear that in mind? No, we are going to have more than 3 tractors before the end of this. We may well buy the Fendt GT, but for now, let's just go for that cracking John Deere. Absolutely amazing. we will use the existing front load if it'll let us. If not, we will. Configuration standard. No, if you do the weight, you can't do the. It won't let you do the front loader. We do want front loader attacher, and 100 horsepower is absolutely fine. Yeah, we'll stick to traditional John Deere colours. That's everything. Wheels up design. Is there a nicer? Does that make much of a difference? Not really, does it? Design 8. It's doing something to the wheel. Oh, they wheel weights. Now you would think it would say that. Actually, that's not a bad idea. I don't mind paying the extra money for that. So what is that? 17,800. We will indeed buy that. Which has cost us, yeah, just over 18 grand. Oh, no, now that I didn't mean to do. This is not a speed demon, it's a 19 horsepower. This is, I say, that's exactly what I said, why I wanted it to be a tractor for a yard tractor, because it hasn't got the speeds to run around. But for running around the yard, for doing front loader things, it's as fast as a lot of fork trucks, and faster than some. Right, let's just, yeah, let's not waste some more money now. Well, first things first, let's make sure we can actually use this exact front loader on the John Deere, or whether it really needs its own. With it being a modded tractor, it might insist upon a John Deere. I don't think it does. I'm sure I've done this before. I think I've done it with a Stoll. No, actually I'm thinking of the Fen GT. That does. No, that does need its own. Smashing. No, that's fine. Brilliant. Okay. Do I insist upon changing the colours? Blue and green do look rather nice together. I know some people are going to, but you know, yeah, quite happy with that. Blue and green together. Right. We've done what? Oh yeah. Is there I could set the mulcher going on field 2 for. You know, it would be one time, it'd be really nice not to have my TV remote threaten to switch the TV off. Really would. Sorry, I'm concentrating on two things. Never very good at that. Right, we may as well put the weight on the. In fact, yeah, we don't need the weight for mulching for this. Right, let's grab the mulcher. We'll set this going original field. Let's get what we can done, because it's not like we're wasting time. This is more about juggling, as I always say, good management, doing lots of jobs at the same time. Now then, yeah, let's not tangle with the wood. We do need this shifting at some point. There is a lot of wood there, it really is. Right, bales are off the field. I'm not sure if we've done this mulcher course on this one. I can't remember if we did. We should have a look. Okay, so field 4, did we do the mulcher course? We did indeed. Clear colour course. Load course. Activate. Nearest, last, first. I close the hood. Right, smashing. Let's get this going. Let's get these off the field so we can get all the field work done. Go for 2 at a time. Ooh. Except I'm forgetting that I haven't got a weight on the back, so let's go grab the weight. Down to 1 at a time. Oh wow, this is a heavier tractor than I thought it was actually. It's not that much different to the... wow, oh, that's quite impressive actually. Yeah. Right. I do think at some point we are going to need one of the big weights though. How are we on this? Maybe not. If we're doing square bale, mind you, yeah, I think the system cheats a bit with square bales. Well, I think I was on a Fendt GT the other day and I got 3 square bales. I'm sure it let me do it, which technically there's no way that would let you do that. So yeah, I think the bales become ethereal or something like that, for that to do what it did. Okay. Ooh, it's not getting his way. Other way. Whoa. Brakes on this are a bit icky, I've always found, but then you can't expect an awful lot for a tractor that's very reasonable like this. Well, you could, but it'd be a bit unreasonable, I think. Right, let's not get this in the way of the main entrance to the farm on this field. I know we are double handling. We are, I know, I probably will not do this forever. There's got to be a better way to do it, as in like grab them. But I suppose, yeah, this was more for speed than anything. Otherwise we can't work on the field and do all the other jobs. We can then bail at our leisure on those times when normally we wouldn't have anything to do. Now we'll have. At least we round them up, put them all in one place as well. We'll probably be doing this with proper bale forks shifted permanently. So you've not got the fine control with this. Grab a lot, but yeah. Well, for bales, I can't turn them on their end, and if I was baling with these, I'd want them turn them right the other way, which is the most common way of loading them onto trailers. If you ever see round bales, well, the ones I've seen that are done anyway, most people in Britain do them where they go on the flat bit at the bottom, stacked up. It seems to be the best way to control them. That's what I've seen anyway. I'm not saying everybody does it that way. I tend to do that when I... Okay, Lisa. Intrigued. Right. It's on a bad job, I've got to say. There's only a tiny bit of clean up. And as I said a few minutes ago, you've got to ask yourself the question, is it really worth? Let's go grab that. We need to be setting this. No, that's true. One thing we can do is at least get this started on field 2, where we mistakenly did it a few minutes ago. Just whilst we finish moving the bales off this one. I would like this to hit the ground running, so we may as well. It's silly not to at least start the job. I'm not expecting anywhere near to finish it. 53,956. We've got our harvest in. I believe we've got. Is it this one we need to be sowing? I'm not sure. I've got to go up the field anyway, so it's silly to miss these bits that we can easily get to, especially with such a fantastic pickup as this has got. It is a fantastic pickup. Absolutely love it. It is weird. I know a lot of people, and I can see why, especially on FS22, why people prefer square bales, because they are massive. It saves, you can literally half the amount of bales you would have if you were going round. So I can understand why. Still, it's that the beta wrapper thing that I still prefer round bales. The fact that it does everything all in one, really do. even all things considered, because even the square bales, the silage ones, they're not that much bigger than rounds that you would really think, oh, you know, you're not halving. Now I can understand with the big ones, if you're doing the straw or hay, now they are massive, absolutely, like 8 and 9 tons respectively for the square ones. The biggest ones 240s. Yeah, I'm sure that's right. Ish. They're big anyway, they're massive in comparison to the equivalent straw. These are 5s. Still not bad though. But yeah, about say half-ish size. So that means you've got half the amount of bales when you finish, which is quite a large advantage. But then it becomes the baler wrapper side of things. Let's just get this corner bit done. Massive, massive chunk of straw. Yeah, when you start to get the baler wrapper side of things, you've got to sort of cross think, is that worth getting the additional baler wrapper, all that extra time for doing those bales? If there's half the amount of bales, then the answer would be probably just about yes. Let's get this going. Right, so then let's load clear current course to 12.5, load, activate, set, delete, first waypoint, hire worker, close the HUD. That is so much better, really is. Big thanks to Phil B for that one. Definitely very useful. Nice to be nudged sometimes. You get into habits that aren't always the best. I still think we can only probably do 2 at once. I suppose let's get out of our comfort zone. Let's just see if 2 is the limit. You used to be able to manage 3. The old big bag handler. Even though it's different. Yeah, just gonna be a bit of. It's also stability. But then again, I suppose it is true. You got to find the stability limits of these things. I don't think any more than 3. I never did any more than 3 with the old big back handler. It started to get a little bit. It didn't like it if you went more than, I should say. Yeah. Yeah, it's not liking it. It's not doing its shaky bits. We usually do when weight-wise, that is heavy at the front end now. So 3's the limit, I would say. Now we're going to have to be careful, aren't we? We're going to grab that wood as well. Right, let's try and move that out of the way. Well, we've got a minute. Let's see if we can. Let's not drag those with us. Let's move that across to there. Very strange bits of wood, those ones. Right, how many more have we got to do? Quite a few, I should say. 1, 2, 3. Oh, yes, definitely. That's good for us. Bales the merrier. Yeah, I'm not sure we're gonna. Actually, wasn't there a? I think it was a couple of days ago. There was a bale trailer, and I said, no, we don't need this. The Reich does it, but truthfully, as I found myself in other Let's Plays, it's alright having these things that actually do reconfigure. Sometimes you need it in both configurations. You've got stuff in it, and you need it as a baler. So yeah, it's not always. Can't always do that. Sometimes you need a dedicated bale trailer. Aren't you actually thinking about it? I'm being silly. I did say that the one that we've got that with the truck on it, that also, yeah, nothing wrong with that. That was, I did say that when I bought it, that it would make an ideal bale trailer, and it will indeed. So yes, problem sorted. Yeah, no, I'm just getting these off the field with this. I think three at a time and putting them all in one place isn't really a waste of time in a way, because it's actually making it easy for the... Whoa, brakes on this is so spongy. Yeah, it is making it easier for the... for putting the bales. It's gathering them up off the field, and this 3 at a time is... Yeah, it's not going to take very long at all, is it really, to grab these off the field? I do love it now that these mods are coming through like this. This probably was one of my favourite mods that I would have... Yeah, definitely. I would say the Big Bag Handler was definitely a firm favourite that seriously is one of those mods that you would see it on almost every Let's Play that I ever did. Same as the Joskin front box is one that... Yeah, that is going to be a, I would say, a bit like the Fen GT used to be in FS19. Definitely one of those things you... Yeah. You know, we all have our firm favourites, whether it can even be... It doesn't always have to be something earth-shattering. I mean, the Joskin front box is, again, not earth-shattering, but to me is massively fantastic. Absolutely ace mod by Black Sheep Modding. I used to love the transport box in FS19, but this is even better in so much as the triggers actually know it's there and will fill it. The little transport box in FS19 wouldn't let you do that. You could only load pallets. So yes, massive improvement even over FS19. To be honest, I'm well chuffed. And to have this now, the Big Bag Handler again, whether it's from another modern, that doesn't make any difference. It's the function that's important. Right. Yes, absolutely. I'm getting an absolute firm ragman. The repair cost thing, that's massive. Probably in FS22 is obviously a problem that in FS19 didn't really exist, but became massive problem. Yeah, in FS22. Well, to me, the biggest problem about FS22 was the humongous great repair costs that really, yeah, were stopping you really seriously making any money. Oh no, it has got them both. I didn't think it had. There's one more after this. Let's just go to that as well a bit. See, that's smashing, yeah. Still some of those fronds of wood that are sticking out, those horrible bits. So that is a worry for another session though. Whoa. No, don't tangle with them. So I've got wheel weights on this time. I didn't realise you could do that, because it just says design and then does the number, but I can see the weights appearing. So I think this is the last one. I think on this field. And that is where we're going to leave it. Doing well though, it's not far off done. She, he, not sure. Let's have a look. Andy, he. Right, smashing. Last one. Let's not be silly. Do that. There's one just over there. Let's go through more. And at least then it's not a wasted journey. We should stack these somewhere more accessible to this field rather than that field. Like, yeah, pretty much where the window is. I think it's a fairly central place with quite a lot of work area. Stick that there. Whoa, brakes on this are terrible. I know you can't have everything. I know there's got to be shortcomings to have. It's just a matter of getting used to it. Do you know, looking at that, I think we'll let the the baler finish. It's nearly finished, it really is. We're not going to finish this though, we'll just do what we can until the baler finishes. Just move off. Attack with the bale. Ooh, no, I didn't grab that. And also wrong. Let's get that one out of his way because that's liable to. Now there's definitely a bit of cleaner work on this one. Ooh, no, that was a bit too tall. Let's try that again. It's been a productive session, truthfully. Got a bit of growth as well, a bit of new equipment as well. That's definitely fitting in nicely. So we definitely will still get a. I can't remember which one it is. There's one that's wide where you can grab 2 round bales at once. But I suppose actually thinking about it, this is fulfilling the function of that. I really think we need something more like fine control rather than grabbing multiple ones at once. Do we? No, for fine control I think grabbing one at once is probably the way to go. Not sure. I should debate it inwardly. Not sure. Sometimes the double ones are a bit awkward to control for traditional grabbing, and that I often find. Something like the sapphire might do nicely. It's a fantastic bale spiker. Also doubles up as a pallet fork because its forks, the tines are in the right place for that. So yeah. Let's put somebody in the middle. Get him out of his way. This looks to me like that will be the last one. This will be our last 3, I would say. So we're going to get this to the left. That should be pretty much right. Smashing. I think you could probably get more, but it's safe. I think 3 is absolutely fantastic. Say, I was expecting that. Right, smashing. We'll just clean the field up. That's the one thing we will do. So it is done. Because I did notice there were quite a few bits and bobs on this one. Some of the corners at the top. Don't be wasting a bale or anything stupid. That is daft. Wow, that pickup is amazing. Some also decent shovels coming through now with slightly higher capacity. Nothing stupendous like the 8 tons that we had in FS19, but yeah, well, there's some big silage ones still, which yeah, that is true. Yeah, traditional ones. Bucket size, I think the biggest I've seen is 2, 3, or unless it's the wheel loaders, they might have a 4 tonner, I think. Which probably isn't far off right for something with that kind of weight. Right. Nothing over that side, yes. Wow, so we've got some bales off this. In fact, we'll check. Last thing before we scoot on this very productive session. Should sum up as well and have a good look and see what we achieved. Smashing. Excellent. Half a bale for next time. Right, fantastic. 3 fields harvested. Lots of bales baled and windrowed and everything. All of that. Oh, please don't tell me I need lime again. Oh my life, I do. Okay. Only seems like it. Well, mind you, we have done like quite a few harvests. We're doing 2 a year, aren't we? So yes, actually the turnaround would be quite quick. Right, so then 44.5 tons of oats and 57 straw bales. Wow, it's 28 tons. Oh my god, there's more than that. 57. It's 5 tons per one. So that's, wow, that is an awful lot of tons. 2,500, 2.5. Yeah, wow. Do you know, that is true. I don't know what the weight is above a ton. You know, like you go kilograms, grams, kilograms, metric tons. What is the weight after a ton? Just going to thousands of tons. We shall see. I shall do some research. Anyway, no more waffling from me. It's been a very productive session. I'm going to say thank you very much for watching and continuing on this journey with me. Any suggestions, comments, things you'd like to see, please drop a comment in. I would gladly respond to any comments. I do love direction as a help. Thank you very much. All of you are offering help as well. I'm not a big head where I have never tried to appear to be that I know that I'm the font of all wisdom, and most content creators are the same. You don't know everything, you really don't, and also you can get into bad habits. So please, if you see something that you think I could do better, please drop a comment in, or something you'd like to see on the farm, something that we do, or questions. Even if I can't help, I will research it and obviously try my best to assist with any questions. But anyway, thank you very much for watching, and I'm going to say goodbye for now.